Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 11 of Let's Platinum Blasphemous. Now, my Tears of Atonement are a little higher than last time, only because for some reason I decided to try and return to the spot that I was at off screen, and then I was like, wait, why am I doing this? I should probably just show where I was and go from there. So that's what I'm doing now. Let's go. So we're here, we're going to pull this lever, bring the elevator down, pull it again, go up. We're going to skip this floor, and we're going to go over here, and this is the last door. Well, I think we did... Oh, we did that room below us there. That's what we did last time. So now we're going to open this one with the key of the scribe. And we're going to go here, kill these guys, drop down, Sacred Thrust, defeat it, and exit out here, and then slide, jump, smack, that opens that. And now, do we go back the same way? Yes, we have to go, oh sorry, no. No, we have to go back this way because we can't make the jump back up to the top of that room. So I'm gonna go back this way. That basically just unlocked a path so that we can get to the next room. So let's go there. Here we go. Okay, but we're going to skip the door that requires the key of the Inquisitor, this one right here, and we're going to go right and outside. And I think we go, yes, we go right again, and that opens another big shortcut to the pre-do, which I'm just realizing I probably could have done last time. It would have taken a few extra minutes, or maybe an extra minute or two, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Okay, hang on a sec. And now we're going to open this one, and I've written down... Oh yes, this one is also empty, which is now actually making me think that this is the room where possibly Redento or Cleophas ends up or something like that. I'm still not entirely sure, but enter it anyway, just in case it counts towards map completion, which I think it would, or I don't know, not 100% sure. Anyway, head all the way left, use the key of the scribe, we're pretty much done now. I think that might have been the last key, and then just wait here for a sec, drop down, kill all those guys, jump, chop, destroy those. Hey, one more Child of Moonlight to go. Oh, by the way, with this episode and the next, like I said, we should be unlocking a total of 20 trophies, which is ridiculous. Okay, now... This, so coming up here is another boss, and I'm just trying to look at my... I'm going to get rid of the muted bell, and I'm going to put Cruz's Scorched Bead on to improve the protection against fire, and hopefully this will work. I also want Romance the Crimson Mist. So just give me a second. Okay, yeah. This, I'm not great at this fight, but it's not too bad. So go here and you'll fall down. See a large fiery sword fly out of the room, which is so cool. Alright, and this is Kiris, returned by the flames. So what we want to do is use Romance the Crimson Mist. When he starts charging to you, see if you can parry, and then just stay right next to him and perform some attacks. Gosh, try and avoid that if you can. Okay, he's gonna make sure you time your parry perfectly, otherwise it won't work. Duck when he does that. I did press R1, but it didn't go through. Okay, he might, yeah, when he does this, you gotta avoid, which can be a little easier said than done. I think he does it 4 times, and you can chop him. Damn it, he's a lot faster there. Oh yeah, avoid this. Beautiful. Okay, avoid this one. He always does something different here. Let's go this again. Careful. Now. yeah, doing that is a really good idea because you can do a lot of damage even when he's in that stance there. Okay, is he gonna do... Nope, not that one. Chop, chop. Dodge this. Here he comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. 1, 2. And again. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That was stupid. 4. Now. Chop. Come on. One more. Done. Ashes to ashes. Okay, so yeah, took a lot of hits there, but I was able to win. Got a bunch of... Oh, I actually wanted to use the Zambra at the end to see if I would get any more tears, but I forgot. That's alright. Alright, we made it. Yay! And there's the Engracia again. Let's talk to him.
The one you have pulled from punishment was Hearsay, one of the sheltered. He was unjustly condemned to the stake for heresy, and the Inquisitors bore witness to the flames, engulfing his body amidst an atrocious communion of prayers and cries. Still, when it was over, and the flames had died, the merciful miracle called them forth again, and from them, from the ashes and the embers, the body of Kirce rose anew, for fiery are the paths of the miracle.
Okay, I don't know if they were merciful, but there you go. If we go left here, there should be... Yes, is that the last one? Actually, let's go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, there's one more somewhere, but we'll find it soon. Chop. And finally, jump over here to collect the Key of the High Peaks. Okay, let's read this one. Key for the transportation that leads to the remote convent. The key must be silver, but not any kind. I want it to be the purest there is. Bring it to me when its beauty is as high as its task is meaningful. The chariot will be sealed and forbidden, and your horses will sleep for as long as I order it. This I command, and my command is the command of His Holiness itself. Interesting. I'm starting to piece together some information that I wasn't really understanding. Interesting. We don't know just yet, but we will. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me make sure that I haven't missed anything. Oh, hang on. Apparently that was supposed to be the last Confessor statue. 1, 2, 3. So definitely 1, 2, 3 on this side of the map. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, I've missed one. Oh, unless I didn't count that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I've definitely missed one somewhere. I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, so now I've got to make my way outside. I've got to be careful because I am on low health. Okay, so we just go all the way to the right. Climb up. And I'll use the pre-do. This may cause... yeah, this will cause the chalice to empty again. No? Okay. Oh yeah, technically, no. It doesn't cause... it's only if I teleport. Right, and the final Child of Moonlight. Hop, and... chop. There we go. The bull and the moon. Get ready for trophies galore. Alright, we find a chariot of sorts and we use the key of the high peaks. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. There's like 4 horses altogether. The 4 horsemen. Okay, and now we reach a higher point of the convent of Our Lady of the Charred Visage. Absolutely make sure you lower this lever, and inside here we should find the final Lady of the Six Sorrows. Let's speak to her.
Take the last one of these pains of mine, the deepest and sharpest of them all. Now depart towards the cradle of punishment, O penitent one in guilt.
Okay, 16 pains. Another trophy. Okay, let's climb up. And then I think I've got to go... Yeah, I've got to go to the left. And at the very top here, we find the mirrored mask of Dolphos, and it is appropriately in silver, coated in silver. Artifact found in the hands of a dead archdeacon in tower. Interesting. In tower isolated amidst snow. Confessions from Dolphos, Part 1. They don't understand. They will not find grace amid old books and dark dreams. Grace is in purity itself, in what we can see and touch. I must study the beauty of the shining, and the curves that reflect the transformed truth. I must study the art of the goldsmiths as the miracle controls their hands, creating ornaments in its image and likeness. Here in these icy rooms, they will finally leave me alone. It said goldsmiths there. I thought he didn't care about gold. Oh, cutscene.
I awake now from the silver ash that has been my cradle. The miracle calls me.
Okay, so we've seen that cutscene many times. There's a teleporter here, and it looks like whoever that is has finally awoken. So we will find that out very soon. Oh, sorry, I was actually meant to use that teleporter. Let me just make sure. Yep, okay. So let's use the teleporter. And we're going to head back to Albero. And if you remember a few episodes ago, I was a little bit confused as to why, yeah, there you go, the chalice of the inverted verses has been emptied because we had no choice but to use the teleporter. Let's go ahead and learn our penultimate ability, the Consecration. I don't think I can show this one off because I don't have a high enough place to fall from. For whatever reason, they decided that you had to fall from a little bit of a higher place. There we go. That's what it looks like, and it actually is pretty useful in the next playthrough. So if you remember, there was a trophy that I was talking about called the Mediterranean Diet, and it required us to give all of the medicinal herbs to Tirso before fighting each of the bosses. And if we talk to him now after beating Kirse, we should get it.
The miracle has been merciful to us. As long as this brotherhood has brothers, even if just one, there will be hope for the ill. Take this as a token of gratitude, penitent one in piety.
Okay, and we get the final knot of rosary rope. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go to the bones now, because remember we handed in enough bones to unlock a DLC boss, but we didn't hand in all the bones yet. Now we have them. Jeez, you get a lot right at the end. Awesome, and we get a new skin for the first time, the Warden of the Ossuary. That's awesome.
Oh, the ossuary is now complete. So, my mission here has ended. No, will no longer watch over the bones. It is they who will now watch over me in this tomb of pale and merciful ash. May their peace be with you, penitent one.
Alright, excellent, we did it. And then if we leave this room and re-enter it, he's completely covered in, I'm guessing, sand or ash, and you can see it actually very slightly moving. That's cool. Alright, what we can do, so we now need to, we're going to continue, and I'm going to continue through the pre-do, but before we do, why don't we put our new skin on? I love the skins in this game, they're all really good. So let's do this. If I go exit to main menu, hopefully this doesn't screw anything up, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. Extras, skin selector, and pick Warden of the Ossuary. Pilgrimage, pick this one, we're on 90.73%. Yee, we look a little bit different, yay! And I went the wrong way. I was actually meant to use the pre-do to teleport. Awesome. I do blend in a little bit more, but that's okay. Alright, we need to go to Grievance Ascends, and I believe it's this one. Yes, alright. So the reason we need to go here is because we still have one final empty bile vessel, so we want to be able to fill that. And the best way to do that is to go to this blood fountain, because I think it's like the closest one. Okay, chop, chop. Oh, it's so much more fun when you can just beat everything in one blow. I've just before recording this, I was practicing the sort of speed run trophy for the next playthrough, and when I did it the first time, I actually missed it by about 5 or 10 minutes. And when I did it this time, I probably got it by I want to say like 50 minutes. So instead of 3 hours, it took me 2 hours and 10 minutes, which is pretty good. But I did skip a lot of stuff. Whereas the first time I barely skipped anything, I did basically 100%. Fountain of Life, that's for achieving the maximum flask capacity, which you cannot see because I still have yet to take off the Heart of the Holy Purge. But it was, yeah, it was fairly challenging, so... I'm going to use the pre-do again now. It was fairly challenging, and I'm working on figuring out how to make it less challenging, because there were a lot of spots where I went the wrong way and I didn't have like the best strategies for everything, but yeah, I'll come up with something hopefully. Okay, let's head to this one, because remember we got the Knot of Rosary rope, so we definitely want to give ourselves yet another prayer bead. Because what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 isn't enough, we need 8. Alright, Soledad, help us out. Engracia.
Now let my fingers tie a new mystery. The mysteries of your rosary are now complete. My task is complete, although my sins have now become unforgivable as a result. I do not know where I will go, but I am sure that it will not be to the other side of the dream. My body of blue flame is being extinguished.
Okay, I just realized that we got a trophy there called Engracia, and there was something... Which was the one about Engracia? There was a... What's this one here? I think I read this too. One of the quest items was to do with Engracia, so that's interesting. Anyway, let's go back to the pre-do. We've got a couple things still left. And I have to figure out which where the confessor statue is that I missed. but it won't take me too long. Alright, we need to go to the sleeping canvases, exactly to this one. And I was going to say to the one with the pre-do on the right. And now that we have all 38 children of... what was it? Light or something? I forget what they're called.
Joyful are your returning steps. You have found all of my brothers imprisoned by the miracle. Now that they are free, they will be able to protect all souls in penance, as well as your own. Come closer, and take this piece of moon. With it, one of my holy brethren will join you whenever necessary. Contrite be the heart, penitent one in good fortune.
Yet another trophy, Unwavering Devotion. I told you there was going to be a lot of trophies. We get that one for actually collecting all the prayers, I believe, because we have 13. Yeah, 13. There are 4 more spaces, but because that's to do with the DLC. What else did we... Did I read this one? Yeah. Okay, let's read this one. Campanilero to the Sons of the Aurora. Campanilero, campainha is like is a bell, so maybe toll of the bells to the Sons of the Aurora, something like that. Ancient chant to the moon that calls for the aid of her offspring. Summons a group of cherubs that fly by the penitent one's side, attacking nearby enemies. We're on our knees, to the ground we look. But if you name us aloud, we'll march in procession to your dawn of punishment, hoping for your exculpation. We're on our knees, to the ground we look. But if your hand rises up, we'll march in procession to your dawn of punishment, hoping for your exculpation. Exculpation could be sorry or forgiveness, because in Portuguese it's desculpa-me. Yeah, like forgive me. It's something like that. Okay, what was I doing? We need to go. Okay, we need to use the pre-do in our... Well, we need to go to the pre-do in Albero, and we need to use it to make sure it's our, like, checkpoint. Next. Next we need to go to the teleporter. We probably could do it with the pre-do teleporter, but I don't know if using it makes the teleporter that we teleport to our next checkpoint. So in order to prevent that, let's go here to to this one and go to Mercy Dreams. Okay, so now we're at Mercy Dreams. We need to go down here into these rooms in the sleeping canvases. Beautiful, look at that. Yeah, to these rooms in the sleeping canvases to find the large enemy, or the large enemy with the sarcophagus on his back. So let's do that. Oops. You gotta be kidding me. He did not auto grab. I just like phased through the damn platform. Okay. Let's go back. Do that again. If I didn't say it before, we're doing the Chalice of the Inverted Verses now. And in order to do that, we need to defeat the 3 enemies that were shown on the wall when we got to that room. We need to do this without teleporting whatsoever, and without dying. Boom. Obviously the amount of tears we get for doing that is nowhere near the amount we would get if we, kill them with an execution, but yeah. Fuck. There we go, much better. Okay. I also need to be kind of careful of using my prayers, but I probably will use Lord Quiana here, because it's just going to make it easier to defeat this guy. Let me just make sure that I've got... I do not. Let's put the... Does this do more damage? Yeah, power, so let's get rid of that. Lord Quiana. There we go. Alright, that was easy. One Lord Quiana and one... whatever that other one's called. What did I have on? This one. Member of Holy Cremation. Okay, now what we want to do is if we press the touchpad button and press Game Options and go Exit to Main Menu, go back into the game, and you'll notice that we're back in our barrow, and we don't get the message for the chalice of the inverted verses is, has spilled or has been emptied, and you can see that the icon shows a little bit of blood, so we're okay. Next, I believe what we need to do is we need to go out here, right? Yes, we need to take this elevator all the way to the very top. So we go up. I love one of the things I love about Metroidvanias is when you play them enough, you can see the entire map and you've had so much practice and you're going back and forth and learning how everything fits together. And then they give you a task like this, which if you think about it, oops, went the wrong way. If you think about it correctly, you can go, okay, how can I actually achieve that? Because that seems like a pretty difficult task. But then when you start thinking about exactly where you should go first, second, third, and so on and so forth, it becomes really fun. And you go, wow, like imagine how long it would take to pore over this entire thing and go, yep, this is how this is going to work, this is how this is going to work, so on and so forth. Yes, I think I'm going the right way. I'm doing this a little bit from memory, but I'm pretty confident we're going to be okay. Yeah, you can fit through, stand in this gap here, which makes it a bit easier. Okay, good. Gosh, everything dies so easily. The way you can think of the New Game Plus or the difficulty later is essentially if you were playing a brand new game but you didn't upgrade your Mea Culpa at all, that's basically how tanky the enemies can be. So those jumping guys, even though they're weak, they still take like 3 hits. Okay, if we climb all the way up here and exit out this way, we return to this area which we were in just a little bit ago, and we can use these horses, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, this chariot as it's called, to ride back down towards the wall of the Holy Prohibitions and reach the Lionheart enemy. And obviously we want to try and be as careful as we can so that we don't die. And I actually kind of guessed this, but I think it works pretty well. Drop down here and go left, and then enter, I think it's this, yeah, it's the second one, right? Let me think. Yeah, I think it's this one. I should have just checked. It is this one, cool. Yeah, so you enter here, drop down, charge at him, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. Chalice of the Inverted Verses has been partially filled. And now we only need to defeat one more, and if you remember, we can now use our exploit and just go Game Options, Exit to Main Menu. And if you don't remember what the final enemy is, that's okay, I'll tell you what it is. It's the enemy in with the sort of like bull head that is located, well, one of the locations it's located is in the Mountains of the Endless Dusk, which is right here at the beginning of this, right here at the beginning of the Desecrated Cistern. Drop down. And go here. Basically, he's right below us. There we go. Chalice of the Inverted Verses has been completely filled. I don't know if dying now causes anything to go wrong. I stayed ducked. Alright, now, just want to see what I actually wrote down. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to go to this room right here. So in order to do that, and this is why this particular one from the Mountains of the Endless Dusk is... What the hell? Where did you come from? That was so weird. I don't think that's ever happened before. Yeah, if we go here, we can reach the elevator shaft. And am I supposed to jump down? Yes, okay. So make sure you have the 3 gnarled tongues and the linen of gold thread at least, and then hug the left wall. You land here, drop off, land here, and place the Chalice of the Inverted Verses into here. And that opens a doorway, and if you can guess what's behind here, you win! It's the final Mea Culpa altar, of course it is. Alright, so our weapon got even stronger and we unlock, well, we get a trophy for achieving the maximum level of the sword, Mea Culpa. And I just need a little bit more, I need a tiny bit more Tears of Atonement to get the Bleeding Miracle ability. So we're going to have to do that. This, if I destroy this, it will open up a section of DLC, which is in here. We're not going to do that now, but we will do that in the next playthrough. I know it seems a little odd to not do it, but that's how I'm going to decide to do it. Alright, so we can now basically, there are 3 endings to this game, ending A, B, and C. We are going to start with getting ending B, and then we can get ending A after that, and then ending C will be in the New Game Plus. What's the easiest way to get out of here? Oh, I guess I can just use the exploit again. Because now what I need to do is figure out where I missed the... Let me just use this, where I missed the confession statue. So I might actually take a quick break, figure that out, and be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I figured out where I missed it. It was here in the Library of the Negated Words. It was this room right here. You can just barely see that there's an opening there to the right, so that's where we're going to go. Let's go do that. And I'll go right, oops, here. Don't know how I missed it. Yeah, I must have just... it was an accident. Hop. What if I attack these books? That's funny. Whoa. 2 blows. That's awesome. Even for that guy. That's good. Okay. Now I do need a bit more... Oh, I forgot to... forgot to equip another rosary bead. The uvula? Why not? Hop. Hop. I can't believe it. I went up there and I just forgot to enter this damn room. Alright, good. Don't worry about that too much. It will come into play afterwards. Okay, so now what we need to do... Let's use the exploit again. So I just can get back to what I need to do faster. And we're gonna go... I honestly think going to the Mother of Mothers again is probably the best course of action. It was this one here. Yeah, so essentially I need to grind up the remainder of the Tears of Atonement. And I'm going to do pretty much exactly what I did last time. I guess I'll show it off just once so that people remember. So we go here, activate Zambra, guard, use the Righteous Riposte. Oops. Come on. Come on. Could I please? Fine. Okay, this is not working out well. It's fine. Oops, that was too quick. Okay, good. I mean, we're almost there already, so that's good. Whee! Come on, I wish I could get the double hit. I've done it a couple times, but... I just really hope that I don't miss the 100% map completion. I mean, I don't think I'm going to. I mean, like, I might not get it exactly when I think I'm supposed to get it, but I will be able to get it regardless. Okay, so what I like to do here is kill that guy first, jump up here, block, do this, he falls for some reason, then jump here, hit that guy, oh, both of them I guess, get this guy, still okay, we're still okay. And then basically just go over to this side. That was not what I intended. Chop. It's so funny having the uvula. It's like literally one of the first ones I got, but... There we go, that was awesome. Oh, I can one-shot them now? Oh yeah, of course, because I upgraded the Mea Culpa. This actually works rather well in that case. I mean, you don't get You get about 105, I think that looked like, from there. So nothing too special, but still good. And then when you get here, oh, perfect. Drop down and use this again. Okay, so I showed it again. I'll just quickly do it one more time off screen and we will move on from there. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Took about an extra minute or so to get the remaining tiers. I will go here to Albero first because we want to purchase that last ability. Drop. Let's go ahead and do that. I like this one actually quite a lot. It's very powerful. It's called Bleeding Miracle. Reaches mastery in the technique of casting Blessed Blood. After launching, the projectile causes a sacred explosion at the furthest point from its trajectory, causing additional damage. It consumes fervor. So we unlock that. I'm surprised I didn't get a trophy for that. Oh, there we go. Blood and Tears. Unlock all the abilities on the Mea Culpa altars. And it looks like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It can be really powerful when you know how to use it properly. I made fairly good use of it in the New Game Plus playthrough. Alright, I don't know if we can get the ending today, but I mean if I win on my first go then we can, but we'll see. We now need to return to the Archcathedral rooftops and we'll go to the right. I just want to have a look. So I'm on 96% map completion and the map extends out a little bit towards here, so I'm very curious to see if I'm going to get it or if I indeed need to do... The only part I can think of is this bit here right at the beginning. Right here. I want to know if this counts, so that's why I avoided doing that. Okay, let's call the elevator. We'll bring the elevator all the way up to us. And if you remember, we still haven't found the last corpse, number 26, but we are about to. So, do you want to give the Mirrored Mask of Dolphos? So, Dolphos is above Crisanta, and then Crisanta is above Orestes, something like that. I don't know if that's how it works, or if they're just positioned that way for, you know, just for any reason, but that's how I see it. And there's the corpse there on the left. Now, I don't remember if there is a trophy for this one. Based on how many trophies we've been getting and how many there are still left to get, I assume there is. Can I remember what I'm doing? Yes, this. In dreams, I hear him speak to me, even though his words have no sound. In dreams, I can see him watch me, even though his eyes are made of silver. Okay, there are. Last words. Discover the last words of the 26 original corpses. I'm assuming she was talking about Dolphos here because it says eyes of silver, even though technically these eyes are glowing gold or yellow. Alright, here we go. So we have a boss to deal with, and this boss, at first she seems like a tough boss. After a little while you get used to her and it becomes a little bit easier. I found that actually, because I really wanted to use a few more prayers, I feel like I've shown off all of them except for Tiento Campanellero, because I just got that. This one I'll show off in New Game Plus most likely. And the rest I've shown off with the exception of Debla of the Lights. This one is actually okay for this boss. Summons a beam of heavenly light to the position of the penitent one. It punishes nearby enemies with merciless strength. So let's do that. Let's also get rid of the uvula and we'll put on the drop of coagulated ink so it does even more damage. I think this is a decent setup. We definitely don't want the fire protection. We want the lightning protection, which I'm going to say Amber Eye is probably the strongest one. But we'll see. Alright, here we go.
Penitent one in sleeplessness, carrying the guilty sword, you have committed the most serious crimes against the Mother and her saints, against the miracle and its outbreaks. We have been entrusted with putting an end to your mission. I, Crisanta in penance, excommunicate you, expel you, execrate you, with the blessing of our miracle of the greatest pain. And thus shall your name be erased under the heavens.
Alright, this is Crisanta of the Wrapped Agony. So, much like Much like the Esdras, you want to basically block. Okay, this is going quite well so far. Okay, sometimes you miss. This is actually going quite well. Damn it. Keep missing it. Okay, well, that's one death. And there may be many more. That was going quite well. I think I can already see one area where I can change up my strategy. And that is that when she does the diagonal down attack, it's probably better to jump over her energy waves rather than trying to parry it. It is possible to parry, but is it a vector? I think no, it's a trajectory. The trajectory is hard to sort of take note of. So let's try it again. And we have to skip her dialogue now. Ba 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 ba. She's a cool character. Damn it. I did. Okay, when she does that, use Debla of the Lights, and she'll attack you, but you won't take any damage. Okay, let's try again. Debla of the Lights. Okay, she's repeating herself. Part of us all. Okay, and now she's already on phase 2, by the way. Just parry that. Parry that. And then you can jump over. Chop, chop. Oops. Chop, chop. Chop. Okay, excellent. Hop. 1, 2, 3. Damn it, parry too early. Here she comes again. Block. Block. Hop. Take this. I wasn't meant to do that, but I did it. Alright, we are close. 1, 2, 3. Okay, she's making it a bit easier. That's... Come on. Damn it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Die. Jewel of Faith. Requiem Aeternam.
Go on! Purge my soul bitten by the miracle!
The way she said that was almost like Frieza-esque from Dragon Ball Z. And she was like, go on! Purge my soul! I can't do it, but yeah, it was very close. That's interesting. We just didn't win. We beat the fight, but she didn't die. Alright, interesting. We also receive Custodia's Pilgrim. Discover the main areas of Custodia. We are now on 97% map completion. Let's keep an eye on that. Go, go, go. Another pre-do. I actually might make this. Go, 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 go. Climb up here. And then before we enter the doors, I'm going to check again and I'm going to change up a few things. Alright, so there are some doors to enter here. We are on 98%. I was actually hoping to be on 99, but it might still be okay. Let me think about this. So, definitely, for the prayers, I absolutely want Crimson, or Romance to the Crimson Mist. For the relics doesn't matter. For this, did I write it down? No, but I basically went with like as many of the... Let's see. Is it really necessary to have these? Because I'm going to go with... Well, I've got one for lightning. Let's get one for... I don't usually do it this way, but I feel like it makes sense. Let's get one for fire. And what's the other one? Is it this one? magical attacks. Alright, magical attacks are pretty good. Oh yeah, there's poison as well. Okay, we'll try it like this. I think this is a decent setup. Silver Grape for defense, Knot of Hair for strength, Cursey Scorched Bead for fire protection, some magic protection with the Consecrated Amethyst. The Amber Eye has some lightning protection, the Ember of Holy Cremation has some regular defense, and the Young Mason's Wheel still allows us to move pretty quick, and the Coagulated Ink allows us to do more damage with the prayers. Let's go. Alright, still 98%. Hang on. Okay, still 98%. Alright.
In my dreams, I heard your footsteps coming closer. In my dreams, I tried to talk to you and introduce myself. Guardian of the miracle and of the miracle banner, with great pain, I carry the emblem of the Father. I am the hands of bloodied skin. I am the eyes from which our mother gazes. But nothing I know of you, apart from your cold, nameless visage, apart from your calloused and wounded hands, apart from the mourning of your deaths. No, I know nothing of you, only the miracle knows. Now may your sword full of guilt with mine of gold collide. Let them hurt and march in procession. I curse you forever in name. I bless you forever in death.
Okay, this is His Holiness Escribar. What you want to do is you want to attack him as quickly as possible. And then rush over here, use the Crimson Mist, and try and perform the... Hang on a sec, it's a little bit of a mess here. Okay, that's it. Game's over. We won.
You have shattered the mirror in which you saw me asleep. Now you see me awoken as the son of the true miracle.
Okay, last son of the miracle. So in order to win this fight, all you have to do is attack the sword enough times, and that will open up the face at the top. You want to activate the Crimson Mist ability, and then you want to try and get up there, which I did not. Hang on, up. Watch out for the lightning strikes. Watch out for that as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I probably shouldn't have done that then. It's alright. If I win this, it'll be a miracle. Pun not intended. Ah, I'm dead. Alright, that wasn't too bad, actually, for a first attempt. It took me so long to, well, not that long, but it took me quite a few attempts to beat this my very first time. I was like, man, this boss is tough. And you have to, let me see the percentage. Okay. It's like, and you have to beat it sort of twice in a row, essentially. Because I have to do the first phase again. But after I figured out just how powerful Romance of the Crimson Mist is, it becomes a lot easier. So he's got a gold sword, so to me he's like, you know, the big bad guy. I don't know about how bad Dolphos is supposed to be. 1, 2, damn it, me. Thank goodness the mist follows you. Okay, much easier. There we go. Sometimes that happens, the mechanics and the way that he's coded, you just kind of like attack him enough and he gets confused, and then he goes, oh, I have no idea what I'm doing. And then he just stops attacking. So that's why I was trying to get that to happen in my first attempt, but it didn't work. You can actually hold off on picking up the guilt fragment here if you want. You can parry that attack from the sword, by the way, if you notice it coming. It's so difficult to keep track of everything. Another thing you might want to do is like time your... I had a feeling it was going to open up. Hang on. One thing you want to do is keep performing this, the jump attack, so you can get closer to his face, and that way the Crimson Mist will stay there. Because he's actually not got that much health. Like, look how much damage I'm doing. Okay, and I almost won there. Oh no, don't let me die again. Jerk. Okay, I avoided most of that. I'm practically dead. Yep. I was trying to keep an eye on those, but yeah. Damn. Okay, well that's fine. At least we can get ending B done in this episode. So much is going to happen in this episode. I have no idea. It's going to be the longest title forever. Ever. All the things. Alright. Go, 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 go. But now that I'm thinking about what's left in the next episode, I think it will actually time well. Yes, there we go. That's what I wanted. It is possible to hit him before he gets a chance to move, but... yeah, I did it again. The fire ones suck. Okay, I somehow got him. I didn't realize how much damage I had done. Why am I floating away? Ah, help! Moonwalking to the other side of the screen. Help! Anyway. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, get out of the way. There, there, any place you're bleeding, there. Don't worry, the blood will hold it right on your face. Okay, he's gonna open. No! Oh, that is poorly timed. Oh, hang on. Do that. Do this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I took a big hit there. But he's taking big hits. Ah! Oh, I survived. Okay. 1, 2. That was very fast. Let's use it again. Why not? Okay, I'm getting very unlucky here. So I should have finished it already. Can you... no, stay in the middle. That's what I wanted. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then sometimes you can even hit him here. 1, 2, 3. Azure Cyclone. Requiem Aeternam. For beating all bosses without healing. Nice. Okay, yes, as if it wasn't confusing enough, he then appears as someone else as well. We also get Summa Blasphemia. Defeat His Holiness Escribar. So Summa Blasphemia is like the highest blasphemy. And that's why it's called Blasphemous, because we committed blasphemy by defeating the Holy One.
You have freed His Holiness from his afflicted torment, and now he walks by the old processions on the other side of the dream. The cradle of the grievous miracle, the final relic. The grail of blood and gold that emanated from the forehead of the Father as he silently lamented the moment of his blessed twisting. That first relic is here, at the top of the Ashen Mountain next to the turned throne where His Holiness was kissed by a miraculous pain. And now, your final communion with the miracle awaits. Only you will be able to know how much of it has seeped into your guilty heart.
Alright, so as I was saying, we see Engracia here. We cannot open the map. His knees are completely destroyed because he was, I think his like knees were like nailed into a board or something like that, or he had to have like a board with him at the whole time. Also, yes, I'm aware he's scratching himself. Anything else? Okay, communion with the first miracle awaits. Okay, now we are on ending B, which means that this is sort of like the bad ending for the game. However, what I'm going to do in an effort to try and get the 100% is, as I climb this mountain of ash, I'm going to keep jumping over and over and over and over again, because for some reason the way this is designed is that if you don't do that, you may not get the total map completion. So I'm just going to try. So here we go. Just keep doing this. And then eventually we'll get swallowed by the ash. Like so. And still going, still going, still going, still going. Keep going, keep going. And okay, I think we did it. The path of the unworthy. Achieve ending B, I think that is.
Mountain of ashes that swallowed up sins and sinners alike has had no mercy on you either. At the mercy of the miracle you were, and at the mercy of the miracle you remain. You are no longer anything but one more anonymous visage, without a voice, without countenance. Your penitence is over.
Alright, we did it. We finished the whole game. Excellent. Man, I can't believe how many trophies I got in this episode, and I don't know if there's still a few more to get, but I think there's actually like more than I think. So I don't know, there's a lot of stuff still left to do. I think this game is amazing. I'll just talk a little bit about it, and then we'll skip because we're at the end of the game. We're at the end of the episode. I think this game is amazing. I think most Metroidvanias are pretty good. This one in particular is very well done. The story is not only interesting but difficult to figure out, which I think gives it that replayability, and it allows you to like go through it and with a fine-tooth comb, and you could literally like get all of the details for each of the lore pieces, write them all down, and see how they fit into each other and all that kind of stuff, which I think is awesome. Overall, like the presentation is incredible, the idea is great. There's very little that I dislike about this game. There's a weird glitch that happened to me when I was practicing earlier, and I think it happened to me in this playthrough as well. Not the one where I like fell off the stage against Esdras, but it was something similar in Grievance Ascends, where like one of the enemies, that woman that like charges at you with an epee, you block her attack, you swing, you miss, and then she gets stuck in an animation, and even when you hit her she doesn't disappear, and then you can't do anything. So yeah, that's kind of like the only and the weird things with the soldiers of the Anointed Legion having like weird hitboxes. Apart from that, the rest of the game had like pretty much zero flaws. The animation style is awesome, it's smooth, it runs at 60 frames as far as I can tell, and yeah, I think it's awesome. Alright, let's skip to the end and see what comes up next. Okay, we earned yet another skin, True Apostasy. Awesome. Okay, a new game mode has been unlocked, that is Sacred Sorrows here. I believe that refers to, I think it's like a boss gauntlet type mode. I haven't even really looked at it too much during practice because it's not required for the trophies. The trophies. Skin selector, let's use True Apostasy because it's sick. Okay, what trophies am I missing? Let me have a quick look. Ending A, that's fine. I'll figure out what that is. Yes, that's fine. That's also fine. And the rest should be... Yep, and yep, and yep. Okay, cool. Cool, let's just enter the game again. We're on 93.61%, which... Hang on. Okay, we are on 99%. We did get the entirety of this map completion, and I promise you that if you don't jump, I think it's this block right here will not fill out. So make sure you jump. Now, because I'm on 99%, the only thing I can think of, and I have a little bit of time to try, is the beginning. And if it's not that, then I will figure out what it is. So let me quickly go over here. Oh, look how cool that looks, man. I love this skin. Oops. So we didn't come up here. Oops. Yeah, we didn't do this section. But that's okay. We'll grab this pre-do, why not? Gotta make sure I have the linen thread on, which I do. So, and then I gotta make sure that I'm just missing, so I'm missing this, so I'm just gonna quickly drop it down here. You can collect this, but this is DLC, I'm pretty sure. So let's not worry about that. And then I just need to, wait, did I get it? No. And then I just need to get that other square, but I don't think it is, I don't think it's that, so it is a bit confusing as to what I could have missed. When I was on practice and I was looking for the last square or two, I was looking at a map that I found online, and I was like, am I actually going to find this? And sure enough I did. And I wish I could remember which it was, because there's a good chance I missed it here too. So all we have to do here is just hop, 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 hop. Alright, we can jump down from here. And we should land in the middle. Okay, no, that didn't count. Alright, so I'm obviously missing something else. It's going to take me too long to figure out what it is just by looking at this, so I'll probably end the episode, but you know what, let me have a quick peek just to see if I can pick it, because it would be funny if I could find it. It could be this, but I don't think it is. It's definitely not this one, even though that's a room there. Could be this one right here. Because it doesn't link to that. I know it's not this one either. I don't think it's this one. Okay, I'll figure out which one it is, and we'll get it next time. And what we're also going to do next time is essentially we got the bad ending, but based on what we've done in this playthrough, we can still get the good ending, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll just go over here to the pre-do. Yeah, so we'll do a bunch of stuff, and then we'll fight the final boss again and get the ending A, and we'll get 100%. For now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 11 of Let's Play Blasphemous. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.